So, hi, this is Ansari Usama. Now we are organizing a session for IDRP. So now we have Vamsi with us. He's a research scholar from IDRP department. Many have like a doubt about this department because how to apply, and there are various projects are there. So how to approach that project. So we will begin. I will hand over to Vamsi. So Vamsi, you can introduce yourself and you can tell about this branch of IDRP, how it works and how we can apply projects because it's a very different branch from other department.
Yeah. Hi. So my name is Vamsi, and as thank you, Ansari. Um, I'm from mechanical engineering background, but right now I'm working under ocean engineering and electrical engineering. So I'll share my screen if you're able to see. Okay, one second. So when you're yeah, when you search for IDRP, are you able to see? Hello, hello. Yeah, you're able to see, right? Yeah, fine. So, yeah, here you'll be finding a set of projects, okay, and then you just need to find out you need to map out which program you want to join. So PhD is generally meant for people who have done PG, and direct PhD and MS projects are meant for people who are aspiring to join these from BTech itself. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is first you need to go through each and every project details. Okay, and then you need to find out which one suits your thinking much more better. So what I did was this was 2020 November project list, and I had an interest in machine learning and fluid mechanics, so I thought of joining this program. So first thing we need to do is we need to study this research area. Okay, this research area has to be studied properly, and then you need to write down what you understand by it. Okay, that would be your SOP. I've written down my SOP like this way. Okay, so I'll generalize this project. So what they do is, if you see if you see a ship going in water, then you'll be able to see a specific waveform which is forming behind the ship, right? Like a V cut. So that is what we are trying to study in. We're trying to model the waves behind the ship, and then we are trying to generalize the model. So that is what this project is mainly aimed at. And people and projects will be given this way, like they will give the description of the project and the project area under which you want to do. So one of the advantages of IDRP is that you will be able to sit for placements for two departments. Okay. This is applicable only for IDRP scholars, but not for any other scholars from other departments like mechanical engineering or applied mechanics. Right now, I have two guides. One is from ocean engineering department, and the other is from electrical engineering department. So, after the completion of MS, I will be able to sit for placements for for both the companies which come for both the departments. So that is how first you need to read. You need to read you need to read the abstract area, and if you're interested in this, then you might then in order to have a upper edge over other candidates, you might have to read some research papers also. Not so deep, but you need to have an understanding about what is actually asked over here. Generally, the MS process is this way. Like you'll be you'll be uh, taken an interview or a written test and then interview, and then you'll be given guides, and after that you'll be having your projects under the guide. But this is quite opposite. First you'll be given a project. If you're interested to do the project, then you have to give the interview for that specific project alone. After that you'll be given a guide. Fine. And this thing is completely streamlined, so you'll have much more choice here. Okay, so that's it from my side. You have any doubts?
After completing this, PhD program from interdisciplinary branch, what is the
Okay.
different career option we have?
Um, that majorly depends upon the area in which you're going to do. Like, see, there are many projects listed on over there. If you're interested in a specific area, like I'm interested in machine learning, so I had to choose this project. Okay, you have a choice beforehand. So
I
whatever you,
have uh,
then that will
I
be a,
have interest in machine learning and data science, but I don't have any knowledge right now.
it's
So,
fine.
would it be beneficial for joining any interdisciplinary program for any courses, or it would be not advisable?
Okay, so if you're talking about MTech, I guess MTech workload is quite high right now. In MS, we'll have to take approximately 6 courses. So right now,
No,
I'm doing 3 courses
actually,
alone.
sorry
Sorry.
for interrupting. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm asking for PhD.
you're asking for PhD. Okay, fine. That applies to PhD as well. It's okay. Generally, research scholars have less number of courses compared to MTech people, so it does not matter. It's okay.
Sir, what would be the gate marks which is required for expecting a call for interview or written test when it comes to IDRP?
My gate score was 666 in 2020 mechanical engineering gate score.
Okay, sir.
I did not apply for IDRP during summers. So what happened was that I got calls for aerospace engineering design,
Okay, sir.
uh, and applied mechanics. I didn't get a call. So these two and mechanical engineering that was postponed up until January of 2021. So I applied for IDRP in the winter session. Before that, I joined IIST Tirunelveli. I did my MTech one semester over there, and then I switched on to IIT Madras.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It's about 600, 650 would be good, as far as I know. And you'll have to have a good CGPA too. Mine was around 80.35 percentage. Yeah.
I'm having an CGPA about 7.92 and gate score about 570. Will it help in any ways? Can I
Uh,
expect or
you can expect a call, but I'm not quite sure. But in winters, you might get it. Generally, for selection, gate score and CGPA are not the sole criteria. Only you have to nail the interview. I was interviewed for around 1.5 hour. That was the highest till now.
okay, sir? Okay.
So you have
And
to nail the interview.
is research proposal so important when it comes to IDRP? Uh,
I mean, they are specifically asking for this research proposal. Yeah, I mean, uh, I guess it has to be important because they're giving you an overall idea
okay.
beforehand itself, right? So they will be expecting you to be prepared in that area, at least some of the basics, like you can Google it up, Google some types of videos you can understand. And if you're able to present them perfectly, like how much ever you know, then that would be a added arsenal to you.
Okay, sir. Did you prepare a lot before coming up with an research proposal, or you just had the basic insights and you just made it as a text?
No, I did my research well. I had to. I mean, I had no other option other than IIT Madras that time.
Okay, sir.
So what I did was I scrolled out for NPTEL courses on machine learning. If you're interested in machine learning, there's a course on in NPTEL called Machine Learning for Engineers by Balaji Srinivasan sir.
Okay,
That's a
sir.
very good course. In that there were the basics were very good, and in fact one of the application which was presented in the course was exactly similar to what I'm working right now. So that helped me a lot. So if you're going to if you're serious about this, then I think you have to make some extra efforts to make that.
Okay, sir.
I'm interested in IDFT project related to data science. It's a PhD program, but I don't have any knowledge about ML. Now should I join the course, and will there be any problem in interview? Okay, so the point is, the professors over there are not expecting you to be very good in ML or very good in the topics which project is about. So they are expecting you to be good with good on your basics. Okay. For example, if you belong to a electrical engineering department, they are expecting you to be good in that region. So the most questions will be based on that, and after that they will ask some maths questions. And after that, if you're still performing well, then they will give you an option whether you have prepared for this specific project area or not. And if you are prepared, then will and they'll ask that. But this is the order of the question which I got. Okay, so you have to be strong on your basics of your branch right now. After that, ML and DS, it's optional. Okay, there will not be any problem in interview per se. If you are aiming at AI and ML, don't be afraid of the maths you're going to do. Okay, most probably it will surely have probability, and then linear algebra. So, and in the maths questions, which I was asked was to draw graphs. Okay, you have to be very good in graphs. Since you might have remembered this book from our intermediate days. There is a graph book, right? With graphs. 1 second, I'll get the book once.
There's an app also, Desmos app, in Play Store. So if you want to practice more number of graphs, so you can put the value. You will get a graphical representation. So download the app Desmos. In most of the like in my course also, in most of the research work, that app is widely used. So one can download that app. The name is Desmos, Desmos.
Yeah, that's good. Desmos app is good. And if you want to do buy this book, this is a very good book. Play with Graphs by Amit M. Agarwal. So yeah, that's transition of it, right? So this book is very good. So generally professors will be expecting you to draw graphs of varied functions. You have to be on the spot. You cannot be mumbling over there. Okay. Okay. So I answered your question, right? Jaisimha, yeah, the gate match is not enough. I'm not going to say like we prepare for gate as in what do we say, like an exam point of view, like clear the exam, get the job kind of thing. We did that way. But right now in interviews, what we're expected to do is think about how this curve came, why it is bending over there, what is happening. Like you have to link few topics like derivatives to the graphs. Okay. Okay, you got it, Jason. All right. So gate maths is good, but not enough. You'll have to be preparing in depth.
Okay,
Because
sir.
that will actually help you in your masters as well. Because most of the master courses will surely have huge amount of maths. And I'm not
So
telling
we
you
have to
to
make it conceptually, right?
have clarity of why it is happening, why it is happening that way. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So once we apply for this research project, what will be the curriculum under that for MS program?
Okay. Curriculum, it's not a structured curriculum. It's like your guide will suggest you some few courses which are related to your research. Fine. So you have to take up such courses which your guide has suggested. Those courses will not be actually under a single department. Like I'm doing courses from computer science department, applied mechanics, and one from ocean engineering as well, and one from chemical engineering as well. So there will be courses which are offered by different professors from different departments, and you can drop the courses if you're not able to if you're not feeling comfortable with the workload. So it is not so strict curriculum. I mean, you have to complete few mandatory courses as well. Those are important to your research. Okay. Okay, Nishad.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Question from Sagar Lodhia. I'm from GSC background. I refer project in area from GSC. Especially not have knowledge of process domain, even in the web. In interview, will ask you specific to project in which you're happening or basic questions from GSC. Okay. Yeah. So the first few questions will surely be on your basics from CSC department alone. And if you think and if they think you're performing well, then they will go on to maths part. And after that, if there's any time left and if they're still interested in you, that this is what I felt. So this is what I felt like. They will surely ask you about the project. Okay. So this is how it went for me. of the 1.5 hour I was being interviewed. I was asked about the questions in my field, then maths, and then finally the field which I'm trying to apply to. Okay, Prasad Kotikar, for interview, being a mechanical student, at which level do they expect coding from us? Will they ask anything about coding and which coding is? Okay, so if interview perspective, they will not ask coding from you, but as a senior, I can suggest you that you'll have to learn coding, even if you're joining in mechanical engineering department as a research scholar, you'll have to use coding. There is no escape from coding, dude. That's for sure. You have to code your way into IIT, because that is how you learn basically. So there is no way around it. I'm sorry that this might hurt many people, but that's the truth. Placement statistics for IDRP. So yeah, placements is one of the prime things. So here in IDRP, there's a provision that you can sit for placements for two different departments. For example, yeah. So I'm from Ocean Engineering Department per se. So my main guide is from Ocean Engineering Department, and my other guide is from AAA Department. So from if I have to sit for placements, I have to get SOP NOC from both my guides, so that I can sit in Electrical Engineering Department and as well as Ocean Engineering Department. So there are two opportunities for an IDRP scholar, and that is not available for any other scholar on the campus. That is a specialty of IDRP. Okay. Written exam before interview. I don't think so. There will be a written exam because even we didn't have, and right now COVID cases are spiking everywhere. So I don't think so. There will be a written exam, and even if it is there, it will be online. That's for sure. We didn't have any written test before interview. How to prepare SOR for fluid mechanics? Okay, I'll come back to you. Jason had other questions. So, what might be the course duration for IDRP? Some says lasts around 3 to 4. Some claim. Oh, okay. So that is purely dependent upon how you work and how your guide is. So I can say that if you have no other plans except studying in IIT, then I guess you can complete it much better at a much better pace, and you will be in a better position than many other people who you are competing with in GATE population, right? What I suggest is do not keep any extra allegations, like extra things like I'll prepare for GATE once more, I'll prepare for another exam again. So what happens is that you will be loaded with assignments. The problem, no, the best thing about IIT is that they will give you assignments, and those assignments, if you do properly, you'll be the master in the subject. That's for sure. Assignments are the way to learn the subject. So if you are thinking that I'll do my assignments from some other person and I'll pass this course, then there's no point. You'll not be learning anything and you'll be strained mentally. So you'll not be able to prepare for competitive exams, and at the same time you will not be able to perform well in the courses. So if you're joining an IIT, and particularly as a research scholar, keep it in mind that you are in India's top institute, and you are going to be very good, even if it takes 3 years or 4 years, and after that you'll surely be in a very good position where you can enter the market with a good package. If you have this positive outset, then it's better to join that way. And regarding the time taken to complete, that purely depends upon how you work and what kind of problem you've chosen. So right now, I'm the first person to do my project. Okay. So I might take more time or I might take less time as well. So that's completely subjective to how you work and how much amount of work you can do. Okay. But the stipend is given for 2.5 years, and after 2.5 years, you'll not be getting any stipend in HTRA. Okay. And will there be choices for price, or do you need to propose RI? Okay, you will be given, Mridal Gupta, you will be given choices for the products as I've shown you. There's a Google there's a Google Drive, there's a Google PDF on Google Drive. So you can select the projects from them, or you can approach a professor saying, this is my idea and I want to do a project and my MS in this idea. So you have an option in that way also. Just check out the IDRP website. You'll be having a much more clarity in this. Prasad Kotika to the okay, subjects for interview. Well, that depends. So I was asked more, since my project was circling around fluid mechanics. I was asked more questions on fluid mechanics, like boundary layer theory, lift, drag, and all such things. So if you're applying for a specific project, make sure that you are covering the basics of that project alone first, and then you have to you have to be good enough to answer any other related question. Okay, related questions, right? Yeah. I hope I answered your question, Prasad. So I wrote in this. Okay. Oh no, you cannot change. No. That's the reason why they've actually Faudal. That's the reason why they've actually given the projects. If you are interested in that project, then you have to choose that project, and then I don't think so you can change Ansari. As of now, I have never seen a person changing that way.
No,
At
he
least
is
in
speaking
IDRP.
department or IDRP. I am saying for engineering design department.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
engineering design you can change.
In any other department, you can change the guide also, but in IDRP you're pre-allocated this project because you chose the project, right? And you cannot change the project. Swaroop Singh, what should I include in my SOR? Should I include my CAD skills and like? Okay, so in your SOR, okay, so your SOP or SOR should contain the information of what you understood what you understood from the project. Okay, and yeah, I'll share my SOP right now. That's it. This is a good time to do that. So yeah, so you can see
Yes.
that I've written few things about turbulent behavior. Okay, so before this, I'll show you the available projects. So if you can see here, there are few terms like RANS, and then what do we say? Deep neural networks, FOM. Okay. See, search for these keywords. Fine. First, search for these keywords and see what you understand by them. First of all, you need to understand first of all, you need to read this properly. Okay. Read the product properly and then understand what it is being asked from you. And then they will give you an abstract. This is actually an abstract, and research area is data sciences. So read the abstract. Try to understand what they're talking about. So see, the flow behind the ship is characterized by high Reynolds number and complex turbulence behavior. So here the keyword is turbulence behavior. So how are you going to study this turbulence behavior is a question right now. And they also gave how it is being solved right now. Fine. Search for RAMS. That is what I did right here. Say here, wake within is yeah. So LES, I've seen different models. These are the schemes about how you'll solve the turbulence behavior. So LES and DNS are one of the schemes of how to solve the Navier-Stokes equation. Okay, so FDM is a scheme, finite difference maker is a scheme. RANS, see the terms over here. Okay, and then in this second paragraph, they've written about machine learning techniques, about how they're thinking to solve this problem. You need to read this, and then you need to search for the same keywords again. What is what is eigenvalue decomposition, SVD, PCA, okay, and deep neural networks. You should. They're not expecting you to be so great in this field, but you need to have a basic idea of what they're going to do right now, as they've already mentioned, right? So what I did was I tried to search papers linking these two, linking fluid mechanics with machine learning. I got a paper by Guo et al. Okay, so I tried to read that paper and drew some conclusions, and I mentioned it over here. So that is how you prepare your SOP. If you can write your CAD skills, that is not exactly the area where you can do, but you can showcase if there is any work which is similar to this project, okay, which is on the same lines of the project which you're selecting. You can show that in your group, in your interview. They will give you time to show that. Do you have a fixed tenure as for MS as or MTech? No, no fixed tenure. But generally, people will complete it by 2.5 years to 3 years. That's for sure. But there is no fixed tenure. Jason, when it comes to IDRP and MSR in IITM, we will be getting exposure to classroom ambience. Okay, so get ready. So classroom ambience means you will be having people from different degrees, like your classmates will be dual degrees or BTech people, MTech people, MS people, and PhD people. Every one will be there in your classroom. So it's not like a BTech, like see we will be having only our friends or okay our department people in a single class. Okay, so that would not happen. You will be registering for courses, and for those courses, people from different departments, different backgrounds will also be registering for those courses. So that is how a classroom of an IIT is generally is. Okay. Sir, I've done some project in learning of CAD to design, not research exactly. Yeah, it's fine. If you have done some project, okay. Okay, fine. So what happened in my interview was I was asked about my BTech project, and the project I did was a robotic arm which fixes which sees what kind of bolt and what kind of nut combination through a camera, and that automatically fixes it up. So I've shown the simulation. It normally depends upon what the professor is trying to ask. So if the professor asks, then you can show, or else it's quite subjective at that point of time. Mrinal Gupta, ML beforehand, no, they will not expect you to have to know ML. But if your project area is somewhere vaguely related to ML, I would say you brush up. You just see the videos of NPTEL on ML. That's a course by Balaji Srinivasan sir. So if you go through that course, you will have a rough understanding of what ML is and how ML is used by engineers. If your project is somewhere related to that, it would be helpful for you. Okay, so is there any other questions you want to ask me? Okay, I have another question. It's not like that. I have two guides. One is from Ocean Engineering Department and the other is from Electrical Engineering Department. Okay. So these two guides have collaborated to do a project. So I joined through IDRP under Suresh sir, and he's from Ocean Engineering Department. So since I have my another guide from Triple E, I will be eligible for placements under Triple E branch also. And subjects are not related to Triple E per se. Generally here, I'm not quite sure about how placements and subjects are related. I have to get an idea about this. I just joined this semester, so that happens. Final selection, as far as I know, highest weightage is given to interview. and then GATE score, and then CGPA. GATE score and CGPA are basically cutoffs, most probably cutoffs. So if there are no more questions, we'll call it a day.